I'm Betty, the accountant at a growing home goods company, and I'll tell you a story about the week our books almost got away from us. On Monday, our CEO asked, "How much do we really owe suppliers and who's overdue?" I opened the general ledger first, our master record. It showed accounts payable at $182,000. Helpful, but not specific enough to answer her next question. To whom? That's where the subsidiary ledger saved the day. In the accounts payable subledger, every vendor had its own page. Greenpack Supplies, Metro Freight, Northwood Textiles, each invoice, each payment, each remaining balance. I could point to the exact overdue bills, confirm due dates, and even spot a duplicate invoice that would have cost us $4,200. Tuesday brought a customer dispute. The general ledger showed accounts receivable at $96,500. Again, one number. The AR subledger told the real story: which customers owed what, which invoices were partially paid, and which credit memo hadn't been applied. We resolved the dispute in minutes, not hours. By Friday, it was time to close the month. Here's the rule I live by. Subsidiary ledgers explain the detail. The general ledger reports the total. I ran a reconciliation, adding up all vendor balances in the AP subledger and matching them to the AP control account in the general ledger. Same for AR. When they matched, I knew our financial statements were trustworthy. So in our business, the general ledger is the headline, and subsidiary ledgers are the proof behind it.